sunk one of my struts like 3 feet down because of how heavy it is.
Are you okay?
Huey's still there, even though I feel like we should have shot him many days ago. Quiet's probably gonna die. I don't want to lose Quiet, man. She's a really good partner. At the very least, I have D-Dog.
Why are you on the floor?
I was gonna get up and then I just decided no. I'm just staring at that dot at the ceiling. Why is Ocelot the straight man? He goes insane. Fucking in Metal Gear Solid 3, he literally meowed for his fucking unit to come to him. That's not the sign of a sane man. He was raised by the Patriots. No, it wasn't even the Patriots. It was the philosophers, because they're basically like a beta version of the Patriots before they started the Patriots, because the Patriots is an AI system, while the philosophers were like world leaders from around the world. I think the Soviets philosophers stole the boss's son, and then he ended up growing up to become Ocelot. And then they never knew, I think, probably. I think they knew. I don't know if they ever knew.
I think you're getting too deep into the Metal Gear, not theology, but canology.
You have to understand that, like, from 1963 to 2014, Ocelot was alive. He lived the entirety of the series. I'm talking like both Snakes, you know. He was there for Naked Snake to become Big Boss, and for Big Boss to end up becoming a villain to the world. Only so that his clone, Solid Snake, and technically his son, fucking kills him. Only to, like, find out that, oh fuck, he's not dead. He's actually fully alive and walking around in Metal Gear Solid 4. Because fucking, I don't know how that happened. He burned alive on his fucking outer heaven. Also, we kill him twice. Because in Metal Gear, turns out, we find out through Phantom Pain that, like, he's actually the medic on a helicopter that also was fucking with him when he got into his 9-year coma. In fact, the 9-year coma wasn't even him. It was the fucking medic, who they actually fucking reconstructed his face to look like Big Boss, and then gave him psychotherapy so that he can relive Big Boss's memories to make him think that he's the real Big Boss, only so that you can go through the entirety of Phantom Pain, get a cassette tape from actual Big Boss, and then you fucking figure out, oh fuck, I'm the medic. I'm not Big Boss, but I'm gonna have to live as Big Boss. So then he dies on fucking Outer Heaven in Metal Gear, and then you find out, oh fuck, there's another Big Boss. He's back, I guess. And then you actually kill him there, and that's what everyone believed. Because, you know, for the longest time, everyone was like, we need the body of Big Boss. In Metal Gear, that was actually the whole point of fucking, like, the terrorists having the, like, I guess the entirety of the United States in custody. Because they were planning on firing nukes everywhere unless they get the fucking body of Big Boss in order to use his DNA to fix genome soldiers. Then in Metal Gear Solid 2, that wasn't even fucking, he didn't even come up on the slightest. Turns out fucking, there's a third clone, Solid as Snake, who's the president, Raiden's father, and Snake's brother.
Metal Gear is weird.
Also, Raiden killed him on top of the fucking
City Hall.
City Hall, yeah.
Yeah.
After they fucking crashed an AI fortress into the middle of fucking Manhattan, and it was pretty unclear because it actually, from what I heard from Steak, it actually looked very similar to the 9/11 attacks, which were, because the scene was made before the attacks happened and was taken out. No, the scene was made and they were ready to ship it out, but then the attacks happened and then they had to cut it out because what the fuck were they gonna do? So it was literally just like, we're in the middle of the ocean to now we're in the middle of fucking Manhattan. Snake goes into a fucking sword fight with the president of the ex-president of the United States. Also, he has Dr. Octopus arms. They can fucking dash across the fucking floor and create fire trails behind him. And also his fucking octopus arms can fucking shoot rockets.
Yeah.
And then Snake kills him. And then in Metal Gear Solid 4 when they wanted the body of Big Boss again. Turns out fucking that was actually the body of Solidus Snake. And then fucking Big Boss himself was actually fully alive and walking around. And they bring Zero out, a fucking dude that was his colonel in Metal Gear Solid 3, but is now like, he essentially became insane and was like, we need to use the name of Big Boss to create a better world, just like the boss wanted. And Big Boss was like, no, because you fucking cloned me, you goddamn insane man. And then he fucking ends up going against him for literal fucking like 3-4 decades. Only so that, you know, he could just come out as a fucking decrepit, dying old man that fucking he just dies on screen in the most unhonorable way. Fucking Big Boss just unplugs his oxygen check and he just suffocates right then and there, and that's it. That's the end of fucking Zero.
Damn.
And then Big Boss even says the stupidest fucking one-liner I've ever heard. Time to turn Zero back to nothing. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? He says that. That's his fucking line that he gets to hear before he dies. Also, then fucking turns out Solid Snake has Fox Die, a fucking disease that was in Metal Gear Solid 1 that was presumably taken away at the end of it, and that he was not mentioned in Metal Gear Solid 2, but was brought back in Metal Gear Solid 4, because it turns out that Drebin was fucking working with the Patriots, fucking injected him with nanomachines that gave him Fox Die again, and then he fucking infected Big Boss, and then he died on top of his grave next to the boss.
Yeah. Also, I would like you to know I've been recording for the last 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Like, I've literally just been recording you just go to town on Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid 2 protected fucking Big Brother, dude. It was a joke. Everybody thought, oh, this is just a fucking video game plot line. And then fucking Colonel starts going insane, starts writing about a goddamn alien experience, saying that there was a fucking light all around him while driving home. Suddenly he just fucking woke up in his bed. Fucking Ryan is like, what the hell are you talking about? Turns out also Rosemary, his girlfriend, who was also showing up for the mission, was also never there to begin with. Was also technically the AI, but also for some reason I think she remembers everything about it, even though like she like Metal Gear Raiden fucking in Metal Gear Solid 4, let me just fucking say, he shows back up as a fucking cyborg, and we don't know why, as far as I fucking know. But like, what we assume happened is like the fan theory is that Raiden ended up remembering all of his time as a child soldier, that he ended up drinking again, started staying out way too long, and was essentially breaking down his relationship with Rose. So eventually Raiden ends up taking a mission. He never comes back. Rose assumes he dies. She gets like comforted by Colonel, and then they fucking marry each other. But as it turns out, Colonel actually came up with the idea to marry Rose because she had a son that the Patriots were gonna know about, but they wouldn't have known about him in the first place somehow, even though she did fully give birth to him in a fucking hospital, assumedly. And then fucking Raiden comes back, finds out, oh, my ex-girlfriend is my ex-wife is a fucking psychiatrist and is also married to some old motherfucker, fucking Colonel. Like, told Rose, not only did he tell Rose this fucking idea, but she said yes. Why did she say yes? Even though at the end of fucking Metal Gear Solid 4, they try to put it off as like, oh, she loved him this entire time. Fucking, she was just doing this for the baby's protection. And he's like 8 years old by the time he's fully fucking on screen. And Jack is like, oh fuck, who the fuck is this? Fucking Colonel's kid? Even though the kid has white fucking hair like him. Put the pieces together, right? And you dumb fuck. Why are you a robot? What happened that made you a fucking robot, man? Also, Big Mama. That's a fucking character in Metal Gear Solid 3. She was Eva. Turns out she was a Chinese spy that was working with them so that she could pretend to be an American spy, I think. No, she was pretending to be a Russian spy so that she could actually work with the Chinese to get the Philosopher's Legacy, which was a microfilm that had the location of like 3 trillion, I think. $3 billion. I don't know. It was a large amount of money.
Some large arbitrary amount of money.
Exactly. And that's what started the Philosophers and the fucking Patriot Project in general. But, like, she was also the mother of Solid Snake and technically the father. No, not the bearer of Big Boss's children, even though, you know, they were clones. And, like, I really, like, why did she come back in Metal Gear Solid 4? They didn't have to bring her back. Her story was done, and they were just like, no, let's bring her back. Let's call her Big Mama, because, you know, Big Boss, Big Mama. Does that fucking make sense? No, it doesn't. She also dies.
Spoilers.
Fucking everyone dies in Metal Gear, dude. At the end of the fucking game, the only survivors in Metal Gear was Meryl, Johnny, Otacon, and Sonny. And technically Raiden too. And he also got his own fucking game, which was made by Platinum Games, where he fucking goes up against Senator Armstrong, a fucking dude that I can basically only look at as a fucking, goddamn, whatever the hell the fucking word is, for like, over-exaggerated version. I can only see this dude as an over-exaggerated version of Trump, because he literally fucking straight up says, we're gonna make America great again. Also, he used nanomachines to give himself, like, steel body. And there's a fucking French woman named Mistral that has a lot of porn, but she uses robot arms as a weapon. There's a dude named fucking Monsoon that is known for so many fucking memes, to the point that he's called Meme Soon, and all he fucking does is just show up to just, like, fuck with Raiden for, like, 30 minutes. I don't even remember what the hell he does. There's some dude named Sundowner that has a fucking giant scissor blade or some shit. Also, the entirety of fucking Metal Gear Revengeance was dope as fuck, but also, like, Peace Walker is probably the only one I really liked. Just because it didn't try so much. Like, even then, the Metal Gears in Peace Walker was not, like, super technologically advanced, just like fucking Phantom Pain, you know, where they had holograms, fucking holographic handheld devices that could play cassette tapes, because it's still 1984, even though it's a fucking hologram. There's a Sahelanthropus robot. A Sahelanthropus, by the way, is the evolutionary fucking middle ground between our chimp selves and our human selves. That's what fucking happened. That's when we started walking upright. That's why it's called Sahelanthropus, because it walked upright. But that's also the first and only Metal Gear to walk upright, because after that, we have Metal Gear Rex, which is still hunched over like a goddamn T-Rex. Get it? It's a fucking Rex. Yeah. And then there's Metal Gear Ray that just fucking looks like a chicken. And it can open its mouth like a fucking alien. Sahelanthropus was so fucking stupid. The fucking parasites, the vocal cord parasites were the stupidest fucking things. You fucking literally come across a camp where there's a dude with a slit in his throat and a fucking earbud shoved in. Fucking Big Boss pulls it out wondering, what the fuck is this? And it's like, are you kidding me? That's fucking disgusting. Why are you grabbing that shit? Fucking Skullface comes in, shoots the dude. The fucking, oh, the Man on Fire, by the way. The fucking Man on Fire. It turns out he's Volgin, come back to life, because he was actually never dead to begin with. He was actually in a brain dead state that he was being kept in a fucking Greek hospital. The same hospital that Big Boss woke up in for some fucking reason. And the only reason why he fucking wakes up and becomes the Man on Fire to begin with was because fucking Big Boss shows up. And apparently, the hatred he felt for Big Boss just fucking awoke him, I guess. And also, Psycho Mantis is in fucking Phantom Pain as well, as like a fucking 5-year-old. I don't know. He has red hair. But like, even though Metal Gear was like, oh, he can actually do all this because of fucking technology and nanomachines. No, fucking Phantom Pain is like, no, he's just straight up magic. We don't know what the hell he is. Maybe he has fucking vocal cord parasites as well. No one ever says anything about that. There's story in Phantom Pain. I swear to God there is, but you have to find it through just listening through cassette tapes. And the cassette tapes alone take hours to get through. You just have to fucking sit there at your computer or fucking console, just listening to these cassette tapes, doing jack shit. All you hear in the background is your fucking helicopter, because you do everything in the helicopter, even though you can go back to Mother Base and it's your fucking base of operations, but you do everything in the fucking helicopter. Why do you have to do everything in the fucking helicopter? It's so annoying. You have to fucking call the helicopter in every single goddamn time, unless you fully upgraded. it's gonna take like fucking 2 minutes every time just to fucking watch him say. You literally get a fucking call in your fucking earbuds every time saying this is Pequod arriving at LC. Fucking you watch him circle the entire fucking rig just for him to fucking land at the helipad. Fucking that's all Pequod is known for. His name's fucking, we just call him Pequod because that's the fucking helicopter name, I guess. But like, you know, that's it. That's all his name is. He's Pequod. He just fucking shows up. I don't even know what fuck Pequod means.
It means he's the peak at his wad.
Pequod is spelled Pequod.
Well, then I got nothing for you. Kip, I would like you to know, you've been on the floor for like 20 minutes. I've been recording you for 15 of those minutes.
What the fuck happened to Huey?
And that's where we shut off the recording.